When it comes to Android smartphone powerhouses, there's none bigger than Samsung and Huawei. With Samsung's Galaxy S10 Plus, you get a formidable package scoring impressively in Antutu and Geekbench's single-core score. Whereas for the Mate 20 Pro, the scores in both of these are lower, but its multi-core score still holds up. And while these benchmarks go a long way to assess render speeds, we thought we'd put the phones through a real-world render with a 4K video slowed down to 50% and using Canva Go. The S10 Plus is merely a second or so in front of the Mate 20 Pro, so you can't really rely on benchmarks and numbers. We like to do real-world tests, and that's exactly what we're doing now. But before diving in, let's take a look at fingerprint scanning. The S10 Plus uses an ultrasonic 3D sensor while the Mate 20 Pro uses an optical one, but when it comes to raw speed, neither is faster or slower than the other. Now, to keep things as fair as possible, we've loaded both these phones with exactly the same profiles and kept them in out-of-the-box conditions. Even the Wi-Fi networks are the same and there's no tweaks to the settings either. Both phones are on their latest software at the time of filming and any background processes have been closed. You might notice we've jumbled up the order of applications, and that's because in the real world, no one opens up 4 social media applications followed by 5 consecutive games. So to simulate real world usage, we've gone this route. As we jump onto the timers and started the test, both phones stayed close until the Mate 20 Pro edged the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus on Subway Surfers. The S10 Plus is right on its tail though, and there's only a few seconds between the two phones as we come up to load Angry Birds, one of my favorites. Through the next few applications, nothing much changes, with the Mate 20 Pro still retaining the initial lead. The last game we're loading is PUBG, which finishes on the Mate 20 Pro first, for it to register a first round time of 1 minute and 50 seconds. The S10 Plus is right up there with the Mate 20 Pro, finishing its first round in 1 minute and 55 seconds. In the second round, we're testing for memory management, and the obvious difference is 6GB on the Mate 20 Pro and 8GB on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Unsurprisingly, the Mate 20 Pro has to reload Subway Surfers, which lets the S10 Plus catch up. But right after that, it reloads Crossy Road as well, which gives the S10 Plus the lead. With its 8GB of RAM, it doesn't look like the S10 Plus will throw away the lead at this stage, whereas the Mate 20 Pro continues to keep lighter applications in memory, but has to reload some of the heavier games. This isn't to say that 6GB isn't enough RAM, it's just that it's a bit inconsistent when it comes to multitasking with so many heavy applications. On its day, the Mate 20 Pro does have the capability to keep all of these applications in memory, but for the S10 Plus, it's just a more certain thing. And with the reloads from the Mate 20 Pro, it looks like the Galaxy S10 Plus has won this round and the speed test with a time of 2 minutes and 32 seconds. The Mate 20 Pro keeps the last 3 heavy games in memory, including PUBG, so credit to it for that, but it finishes with a time of 2 minutes and 44 seconds. This makes the winner of this test the Galaxy S10 Plus, and definitely because of its 2 extra gigabytes of RAM. That's about it for this one. We've got plenty more videos coming up, so make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed what you saw, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios!